So, lads, looking like a lockout. It's looking like a lockout. Not great. And if you don't want to see a lockout, subscribe. We are trying to hit 55k by tip off on a Saturday night. Apologies, I cannot be that loud. I cannot be that loud here because can't wake people up and it's like 2 a.m. So, yeah, this is not a good sign. It is not a good sign for anyone that's just fans of basketball, and these owners are not budging. They are not budging in any way. And with the owners not budging, it just does not seem likely that the players are going to get what they want. And I think people think, oh, the owners are going to make all this money because of the new TV deal. Lads, the owners make the new TV deal is 15 million a year. Most of the owners are NBA owners. Like, most of these owners are NBA owners. 15 million is a half of Tobias Harris. I don't think these owners give a damn about half of Tobias Harris. Like, they're gaining that money, but from the sounds of things, the new CBA for owners is going to as good as force them to it's going to as good as force them to be able to spend 100 million on facilities if they don't have them, which is a crazy amount, and give up a revenue split. It just sounds like the demands of the players are not currently, like, the demands on the players are basically the players want to get paid more because of the league's growth, which is fair, completely fair. But the problem is they want salary, they want a bigger percentage of the pie, while also, and I think they want the percentage to reflect NBA, which by doing that means the NBA has to give them a percentage of their cut, and the WNBA have to give them all of their money if they want the same cut as the NBA, which is not going to happen. Like, the WNBA only, and like the WNBA team's only getting 42% league revenue, means we actually, that 15 million a year gets halved. It's 7.5 million. That's like a Bronny James a year. Like, that's a Bronny James a year. And that's realistically it. Like, you're getting 7.5 million a year, these teams out of revenue. And for the sake of 7.5 million, like, let's just say, obviously, the expansion is the expansion. So these teams make about 8 million per expansion. They make about 8-9 million for every expansion team. So, and it seems as though the players have been talking about unrivaled, and they're like, look, this is the standard we want. But it's very different having one unrivaled for 40 players. To have one facility for all the players, have all the players in one team. If they wanted to create a wobble, they could have the best facilities in the world, but every single team has to abide by that. And if that's the minimum things, you're going to have the Connecticut Sun are going to have to either sell or build something. And then it depends on who the Connecticut Sun sell to. They might have to build. The Liberty currently have to find somewhere to build in New York. It's hard to build in New York. They're well run. Like, they don't have this massive training facility in New York or anything. The Dallas Wings are going to have to build a facility, and Dallas isn't that cheap. The Fever are spending over 100 million on a facility. The Sky the same. So it sounds like the players, from reading this, it says their response fails to address priorities we voiced. A transformational CBA that delivers rightful share of the business we built, which is, unfortunately for them, they mortgaged their future. The WNBA, unfortunately, took in so much outside investment that they barely own any of the league. And that's where the problem is that every cent, they make 4 cents of every dollar. The WNBA gets 4 cents to every dollar that this brings in. So realistically, whatever revenue is coming in, you cut it by 60%. And then you're working off that. You're working off those numbers, which changes everything. And it says here, but shortchanging the working women who makes a business possible stalls growth. The problem is that the growth is caused by one player. And I think these teams know that. Like, the WNBA could very well go bust. Like the WNBA, let's be real, it would have gone bust if it wasn't for the NBA. And I think the players don't realize that now is not the time to be trying to basically, because like people don't know, charter flights are like 3 million a year minimum. Like with the salary cap's $1 million, charter flights, and I've vastly underestimated charter flights. Charter flights could be 10 million per team a year. They could very easily be 10 million per team a year for the year. That has to be a given. So that's 10 extra million. And again, charter flights alone probably cost what the teams are actually making in the new media deal. And the league cannot be there talking about attendance numbers or viewership numbers or all this stuff when it's the attendance numbers are the Valkyries and the Fever. The viewership numbers are the Fever. That's it. So like looking at the league as a whole is a tough one because there's one or two teams that are carrying everything. They're carrying everything. And yes, there are teams that are going to be profitable, but there are also teams that are millions of dollars in the red. Like the Connecticut Sun are probably millions and millions in the red every year. And not only that, they're millions and millions in the red. And basically the new CBA seems like they want as good as an upfront investment of 100 million from every team. They want every team basically to put up 100 million before they even start negotiation. They want them to put up 100 million for the facilities to get everything up to scratch and all the extras they want, and pay more because of the guaranteed charter flights and everything. And they want them to lose their cut of the revenue. So basically they want the owners to pay more while losing their cut of the revenue when the TV deal, by the way, the TV deal is not reflective of what they should be getting. The WNBA should have looked for 3, 4, 5 times that TV deal because of the numbers they're pulling in. The problem is it's only one team. And if I was the players, I would want a short-term CBA because a lockout destroys the league. May as well not exist if there's a lockout. Let's be honest, the league may as well not exist. People aren't going to be itching to come back in. If there is a lockout, this league is not going to have another season. Like Unrivaled will be a thing and all these other things will be a thing. This league will not exist if there's another lockout. If there's a lockout. And obviously the likes of the Portland, all those teams, I don't know what say they have. They haven't entered the league yet. I don't think the Valkyries are trying to stop this. I don't think the Fever are trying to stop this. I don't think the Liberty or the Aces are. The problem is that like there are a lot of teams losing a lot of money in this league, and their owners are not going. They're very rich people. They don't like losing money. Matt Ishbia is an owner that will just throw money into the void for appearing successful. The Valkyries, they'll do the same. Even Herb Simon's probably looking at like we're actually not making that much money. So yeah, it's a pity. But I don't see it happening. They have 100 days. It's stalling. Every player was there at All-Star Weekend. It's looking like it's nearly a guarantee there's going to be a lockout. But anyway, that's the video. I'll see you guys.